declare I'm so excited about this Facebook ads tutorial. So much has changed in Facebook world over the last few months, and so for 2021 I want to give you a complete tutorial for how to set up your Facebook account and of course set up Facebook ads so that by the end of this tutorial you are actually going to begin running your Facebook ads. So this is complete beginner friendly, but if you are already seasoned at running Facebook ads, then it's definitely worth watching because as a marketer we all do different things. So it's worth watching to see where you might be leaving money on your table and some of the things that I will be sharing with you. So let's jump in. If you love this, show us you love it by giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. Thank you so much. Go ahead and subscribe right now. But before we begin, I have an incredible competition for you. For every 50 people that comment below this video with how they are going to be using Facebook marketing in 2021, I am going to give you an incredible free gift. I'm going to give you access to our Facebook Marketing Hacks Intensive, which teaches you how to use Facebook for free to generate leads. Now, granted, this video is about Facebook ads, so you know you're going to have to pay for ads. But one of the things that I have learned whilst building my business is that you want to be able to run free traffic and paid traffic. You want to have access to doing both on Facebook. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you the paid way, but for every 50 people who comment, I'm going to be giving you free access to the free way to do it as well. So make sure you get commenting. I'm looking forward to read those comments. So let's dive in. So what is it that is so exciting about Facebook ads, and why should you be using it? I have my trusted laptop to help me, so let's jump in. So here is the truth. Facebook is an absolute gold mine for businesses, and if you're not using Facebook, then you are definitely leaving a lot of money on the table. There are 2.1 billion daily users. That's right. So there are over 60 million active business pages on Facebook. Over 2 billion people can be reached through Facebook ads, but only 6 million of those businesses pay to be active advertisers. So what that means in plain English is that there are billions of people on Facebook, but actually only 6 million are paying to use Facebook ads. Now that also means that at least 54 million people are using Facebook organically. That means for free to market their business. So what does that tell you? It tells you that it's a very crowded market. So one of the things that you want to do in order to have autonomy over your market is not only to use Facebook for free, but to also use Facebook paid. And I'm going to be teaching you exactly how to do that. Saying that, however, Facebook ads can be incredibly confusing. And I'm hoping that in this tutorial, I'm going to break it down and make it really easy for you. So before we even dive into the ads platform, let me break down what it looks like, a skeletal view, so that you know exactly what to do where. So on the screen, the very first thing you can see right now is the business suite. This is where you manage all of your ad accounts. When you start running ads on Facebook, you are probably going to have the ability to create just one ad account. But as you spend more money over and over a period of time, and of course pay it and all of that, Facebook will allow you to create various different ad accounts. So this is very beneficial if you have several businesses. You might want to have an ad account for each specific business, or if you work with clients and you're on Facebook ads for them, it is worth having different business accounts for each different client, because it's just a very easy way to stay organized. So the next step down is what's known as your ad manager, and it does exactly what it says on the tin. It manages all of your ads, and this is where you can create all of the settings in terms of how you want to set up your ads, and I'm going to be walking you through and showing you exactly how to do that. And the next level down is your ad accounts. Inside of your ad accounts is where you manage all of your ads and your campaigns. So the way to think about this is inside of your ad account, you have 3 levels. You have your campaign, then you have your ad set, and you have your ads. These are 3 levels inside your ad account. And one of the best ways that I like to think about it, I don't know if you've ever seen those Russian dolls where you have the big doll and you open it and there's a little doll, and you open that and there's another smaller one. That's exactly what your ad account is like, right? The moment you open your ad account, you get to set up your campaign. When you open up that next Russian doll, you get to set up your ad set. Then you open it, and the final one is your ad. Now, A lot of people, especially when they haven't run Facebook ads, and I know I certainly thought this, they think that in order to create Facebook ads, you've got to just focus on only your ads. But the truth of the matter is that in the process of the setup itself, your ads, the actual ads, i.e. the video or picture that people see and then they click on to buy your stuff, that's actually the last part of the process when it comes to the actual setup. You first begin at your campaign level, and that's what I'm going to be showing you right now. So before I jump into Ads Manager, just a little bit more about the Facebook ads structure. When it comes to structuring your Facebook ads, everything begins at the campaign level. The campaign level is where you are basically saying to Facebook, Facebook, this is a type of campaign that I would like to run. And I'm going to be showing you what that is in a moment. Now, inside that campaign are ad sets. Now, you can have multiple ad sets inside the one campaign. So that means that you can have an ad set targeting various different things. Let's imagine that you are in the business space and you wanted to run ads to target other entrepreneurs, in which case you might create several different ad sets. So ad set number 1 might be targeting entrepreneurship. Ad set number 2 might be targeting small business owners. Ad set number 3 might be targeting Facebook page owners, etc. So by splitting your ad sets, you are basically having Facebook to help you to target these various groups of people as opposed to putting everybody in one basket. Now, below your ad set, you have your ads. You can have several ads, but I always recommend to test between 3 to 5 ads at any one time so that people don't get bored of seeing your face or seeing your ad. What Facebook does is that it will feed your ad to different people depending on, their own statistics and, based on what Facebook has about them. So whichever ad is doing the best, Facebook will show that more. The beauty about this is that we don't know what's going to do well, right? We have an idea of what we believe might do well, but Facebook is the godfather of marketing. They have all of this data about each and every one of us. So Facebook knows that you might like to see Pam in a red dress, or you might like to see, an image of the sky. You don't know that. So it is by testing that Facebook actually gives you the answer and gives you the data that you need in terms of feeding it to the right people at the right time. And that is the beauty of running Facebook ads. Okay, let's jump in to the setup. I want to take you right to the beginning for how to set it up. If you are new to this, you're going to need to follow these steps. So the first thing you want to do is go to business.facebook.com and you're going to see this specific page that we are on right now. When you arrive at business.facebook.com, click over here to create account. Now here, Facebook is asking you to do 3 things. The first thing is, what is the name of your business? Name your business. So you could call it whatever it is that your business name is. Then down here, you want to put your own name. So I might put my name here. And then down at the bottom, you want to put your business email over here. Make sure it's a real email because Facebook will need you to verify that email. Now, because I have already done all of this, Facebook is not going to allow me to do this again under this account anyway, so I won't go further. But when you have put in these 3 pieces of information, click over here, submit, and then you will hit the next screen. As soon as you set up your business manager, you're going to land on this page. So there are quite a few settings that we have to go through before we can even set up our ad. And so what you want to do is come to the bottom left-hand corner over here and click on business settings. And when you do, you're going to land on this page that you see here. So at the top left-hand corner, in fact, everything on the left-hand side, these are the settings that we want to make. So we're going to begin at the top, which is people. When you click on people, over here, what Facebook wants you to do is it wants you to add people to your account, i.e. your employees or anybody who you hope that will help you to run your ads if you're not going to run them by yourself. Now, even if you are going to run Facebook ads by yourself, I have to tell you that it is better to add other people to it because later on down the line, if God forbid, if anything should happen, if you should get locked out of your ads account, then any one of those people who are already added to your account can let you back in. So it's a very good thing to do for safety. Now, how do you add people? You go over here to add, over here, and you enter their email address in this area here. And then what you want to do is you want to tell Facebook whether you want to give them employee access or admin access. The difference between the two is that the employee access is for people who work with you, i.e. you don't want them to have access to your payment details. You don't want them to have access to being able to lock you out of your account, etc. So you want to give them employee access. But if you do have somebody who you want to take complete control over your business, somebody who you really trust, of course, then you can give them admin access. And all you do is click here to turn it on, whichever one it is, after you have added their email address. And what Facebook does is it will send them an email they would accept, and they will be added to your ads manager as part of your account. So once you've added your people, you want to go down here to partners. That is the second thing you want to do. Now, partners is just an opportunity for you to add any agencies. If you are working with any agency, you want to add them as a partner so that they can work on your Facebook ads account. So you wouldn't add them under people, you would add them under partner. But you can see I don't really work with agencies. I run my own Facebook ads. Now, moving down, we want to go over to pages over here. Now, this is the perfect opportunity for you to now add your Facebook pages. Now, in order to run a Facebook ad, you must have a Facebook business page. This is, of course, different to your profile, right? You know the difference, right? Your profile is your personal Facebook page, whilst your business page is your business page. So you must make sure that you add your business page in this section. Now, how do you do that? You click over here to add, and Facebook gives you different options. First, it says add a page. Your business already owns this page, or you need to own it. So if your business owns the page, go for the first option. But if you're running ads for a company, say you are running ads for people, then you want to request access to that page, meaning that you do not own that page. So that is the difference here. And then, of course, option number 3 is for you to create a new page. So if you arrive at this stage and you're thinking, oh, actually, I want to use a different page to run my ads, you can do that. So Facebook allows you to have multiple business pages, but it allows you to have only one profile. So remember that, okay? And by the way, for anybody who's thinking, who's wondering whether they should create a separate Facebook profile in order to run ads, I wouldn't do that, because it is against Facebook's terms and conditions. And if they catch you doing that, they're going to shut you right down. So you need one profile that you sign in through, but you can have multiple business pages. So if you need to create a new business page, click here to create a new page. So now let's imagine that you have added all your pages. It's going to show up here. Can you see I have one page already here? Then you want to move down here to add accounts. Now, this is where you get to create or add your ad accounts. Now, ad accounts is where your ads are actually going to be set up. So this is a very important step. So when it comes to adding an ad account, you have 3 options. So you click over here, and these are your 3 options here. So you can add an ad account if you know the account ID, for example, or option 2, you can request an ad account if you are running ads for somebody else, or you can create a new ad account. So let's look at the option of creating a new ad account, because I believe most of you will be creating a new one. So if you click on create a new one here you get to do several things. So you want to name your ad account. So I might call this Pam's new ad account for tutorial. I'm obviously not going to keep this ad account, it has to be deleted. The next important thing you want to do is to make sure that you have the right time zone. So hit the drop down here and select your time zone, right? So I'm going to select this one. And then you want to add your currency over here. So whether whatever currency you're in, I'm going to leave it as sterling over here, and whatever currency you want to have, add it over here. Then the next thing you want to do is click on next. Once you have clicked on next, you're going to see these 2 options, okay? It's asking you, are you going to use this specific ad account for yourself, or is it for another business or a client? In this case, click it's for my business, because most of you will be doing it for yourself, and then you click on create. Once you've clicked on create, over here it's asking me to add people and set permissions, because remember, we had added people initially. So over here, I can see my name here, so I'm going to just click on myself and add people. So because this is my account, so make sure you add yourself. This is very important. You can add yourself and add your team members, but make sure at the very least you add yourself. When you add yourself, make sure that you turn everything on, because you are admin. So can you see how everything is turned on? And then you click over here to assign. Once you've clicked on assign, your account is now successfully created. You have done it, yes. The next thing you want to do is to add payment info. So click on this blue button here. It's Very important that you add your payment info because you cannot actually run ads without doing that. Facebook needs to get paid, okay? So what do you do over here? The first thing you want to do is edit your location if it's wrong. So you click on edit and edit it there. Then you want to click over here and add any business and tax information. You add your name, add your address, your town, your state, your postcode, any VAT numbers. And over here, this is very important, advertising purpose. Yes, I'm buying ads for business purposes, or no, I'm not buying ads for business purposes. Choose whichever one suits you. I would go for the first one. Right, so if I click skip over here, we'll move forward. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to add your payment info. So you can pay for your Facebook ads via various different means. So credit or debit card, PayPal, and even online banking, you can pay for your Facebook ads. Once you have put in all of that information, you click on next. And then, of course, you add in your payment card, your card number, expiry dates, the last 3 digits on the back, and then you click on save. And once it is saved, you get to move forward, but I haven't obviously added anything there, so I'm going to close that. So assuming you have done all of that, you are now ready to move to the next step. Now, to move over to the next step, the next thing you want to do is you want to go over here to Instagram accounts. Over here, so click on Instagram accounts. And if you have an Instagram account and you plan to run Instagram ads later on in the future, make sure you add it just like you did your Facebook page, your Facebook pages. So to do that, you click on Instagram accounts, you click on add over here, and then you click on connect your Instagram account. Once I click that, it's going to take me over to Instagram to try to connect to my account. I have to give it obviously login details, etc. And once I have logged in, it will connect both my Facebook and my Instagram account. So make sure you do the same if you plan to run Instagram ads. So I'm going to close this for now. And then the next thing you want to do after your Instagram account set up is you want to go all the way down to business info over here, business info. So you're going to click on business info. When you click over on business info, it's going to open this page. Facebook wants to know more about your business before you are officially set up. So as you can see, it's giving you lots of options here. So first, you want to know the legal name of your business. You click on edit and you add in the legal name of your business, the country, address, postcode, your website, and this is optional, your tax ID, and you hit save. The next thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you verify your business, right? So when your business is verified, this gray dot here will be green. This is very important. In order to do that, you simply click on view details. And then it's going to ask you for a number of things, for two-factor authentication or to add another admin. Over here, you just want to do the two-factor authentication and then you can move forward with the process of verifying your business. So now if we head back and scroll down, over here, can you see where it says ad account creation limit is 1? That is because this ad account that I'm using is brand new. I've created it just for the purpose of teaching my clients or doing tutorials such as this one. So when you begin, it's going to say 1. However, as you season your Facebook account, i.e. you're using it, setting up ads, and of course paying Facebook, paying Zuckerberg, right? Your ad account creation limit is going to increase so that you can have multiple ads accounts. So the next thing you want to do is just look down and make sure that you have completed everything else, that your email is correct, your business name is correct, and these two tabs here are turned on. So therefore, right now your business manager is completely set up and we are ready to rock and roll and create your very first Facebook ads. Shall we dive in? Let's do it. Okay, now we are ready to set up an ad. So I want to walk you through to how we arrived at this ads manager. All you have to do is click over here at these 3 lines and you're looking for ads manager over here. So you click on ads manager and you are going to land on this page ready to set up your ad. Now, if you've never set up ads, it's going to look, very similar to this. So it's going to be empty. So this is my account for testing. On my real account, this place is very, very busy because I run ads all the time. So let me give you a quick tour before we even begin. Now, I know it can look overwhelming, but don't worry, I'm going to walk you through. So ignore everything on the left-hand side over here. In order to begin our ads, we ought to click on this green button that says create. But before we even do that, this is your campaigns. Remember when I explained earlier about campaign, ad sets, and ads? So this is campaign level. It's the first thing we're going to do. Then we're going to move into ad sets, which is the next thing we're going to do. Then we're actually going to set up the ad. So now we're in campaign. You want to click on create for your campaign. Now, in this campaign level, we have one job and one job to do, and that is to tell Facebook the type of campaign we want to create. Now, how do you know what type of campaign you want to create? It all depends on your goal, your business goal. So let me walk you through. So over here, can you see where it says awareness, consideration, and conversion? Well, think about that as your buyer's journey. The very first stage is you want to build awareness, then your buyers begin to consider your brand, and then there's a conversion that happens at the end. So Facebook really understands marketing. Can you see that? So it's already set up these tools in terms of what it hopes we would want to achieve with our objective. So now let me walk you through. When it comes to brand awareness, click the eye over here to read what it says. But brand awareness is to really show people who don't know about your business and make them aware of your brand. That is what you want to do. Now, reach, click over here, is to show your ads to the maximum number of people. It's more reach, right? And that might sound good, but let's face it, you don't want your ads to reach more people. You want it to reach a specific type of person, and you want that person to take action. So I personally stay away from these two. I use them sometimes, but there is a time and a place for them, and I'm going to teach you a different one to use. Now we move into the consideration, right? Now, the first one we have is traffic, which is brilliant, right? This is to send people to a destination. That means to an actual website, a link. You want to send them to somewhere. That's what a traffic consideration or objective is. Then you have engagement. This is to have more people engage in your ad, i.e., to like your page, to respond to events, to post to post reactions, comments, all of those things. That is what the engagement is for. App installs is, what it says it is. Video views is when you want people to watch more of your video so that you can then retarget them later. That is what that is for. Lead generation, really self-explanatory. You can use this specific option for lead generation, as well as a few others, which I'll show you in a moment. And messages. This is specifically for like Facebook Messenger, in terms of using tools such as ManyChat, even WhatsApp and Instagram Direct, which some people have in their accounts right now and some don't. So messages is a little bit advanced, so that's not the best place to start. Now, before we move forward, let me walk you through the conversions here. So the conversions objective is, again, another brilliant objective that you can use. The conversions objective is to, as it says here, to show people your ad who are most likely to make valuable actions, i.e. they're going to get your lead magnet or they're going to buy your stuff. The conversions objective is really good for that. And these last two, catalog sales and store traffic, depending on your type of business, you might be using those ones the least. Now, my favorite objective, I've used most of them, to be honest, but they are all for different things. And I want you to understand that Facebook is, it's a beast, right? It's very, very in-depth, and you need to understand it really, really well. So I'm trying to give you as much detail without overwhelming you. So let me know in the comments if you appreciate the detail. So type in the word detail if you appreciate the detail, and that will help me for future tutorials to go deep in detail, because I really believe that if you are to win with Facebook ads, it's very important to understand those minor details, because that could be the difference between you winning with Facebook ads in terms of making money, or you're sinking and losing money. So typing in the comments detail if you want more detail and you appreciate the level of detail. Brilliant. So what are my favorite objectives? Most of them work. In fact, they all work really, really well. Today, I'm going to teach you the traffic objective for the purpose of this. I also love to use conversions. I use brand awareness and reach for, various other times. But to begin with, you want to use either traffic or conversions. So for the sake of this, let's go with traffic over here. So I have clicked on that. You can see that this has popped up. What you want to do is click on continue over here. So now that I've clicked through, Facebook now wants more information about my campaign. The first thing it wants me to do is to name my campaign. So now, everybody names their campaigns differently, but you want to begin naming your campaign according to what it is that you are promoting. So if I have an incredible case study called the seed method case study, which shows my ideal clients exactly how we were able to generate $120,000 in a matter of 3 days. So that is a case study that I would like to be promoted. So I'm going to use that for this specific ad. So to begin here, I'm going to type in the word seed over here. Another thing I'm going to type in is cold, because I'm reaching a cold audience. The next thing I might want to put in is the country that I want to target. So let's imagine that for the purpose of this, it's going to be US. And then the next thing that I want to put here is what part of the funnel am I targeting. So in this instance, again, this is just more detail, a little bit advanced, but let me explain. So I'm going to put tofu here, which stands for top of funnel. Now, let me explain very briefly. Again, detail. Put in the hashtag or the word detail in the comment if you appreciate the detail, okay? I don't want to overwhelm you, but I want you to be full of the right type of information so that you can get results. Now, TOFU stands for top of funnel. Now, when setting up your Facebook ads campaign, you want to set up various different ones. One is the top of funnel, followed by the middle of funnel, then the bottom of funnel. The difference between the two is that the top of funnel is for people who don't know you. The people at the very top, so they're cold, right? They're going to be your biggest audience. So when you're first starting out, if you do not have a pixel installed and your pixel isn't already helping you to accrue data, you're going to be going cold to begin with. So that is what top of funnel is. And so that is why to shorten it is called TOFU. So that's what that is, right? So I put that in. The next thing that I do, and I personally prefer to do this, a lot of marketers prefer not to, and that's perfectly fine, but I like to write the date for when I will be publishing my ad. I prefer to see it in my campaign level name here. So if I'm going to be publishing my ad, say on the 29th of June, or whatever the date is, I'm going to add the date there. Once I have finished, there is nothing else to do. I scroll down and I click on next. The moment I click next, that Russian doll that I mentioned earlier kind of opens up, and now I'm on the second level, the next level, which is ad set. So looking at the screen, I was here on campaign level, now I'm here on ad set, and we have to set up the ad before we move on. So now I'm going to click this to leave here, right? The first thing you want to do in your ad set is to name your ad set. Now for my ad set, I start naming my ad set according to where I'm going to run my ad, right? My destination, my target. So let's imagine that I'm an entrepreneur, which I am, and I want to target other entrepreneurs. I might want to set up my ad for entrepreneurship. Now remember, inside of your campaign, you can have multiple ads. I believe you can have up to 99 at the very least. You can have, which I have personally done, so you can have loads and loads of ad sets. So I'm going to begin the first one with entrepreneurship. Then I might create another ad set targeting small business owners. Then I might create yet another ad set targeting people who like Amy Porterfield, or people who use Kajabi, or people who use ClickFunnels, or people who use any specific tool, active campaign that I know that my audience use. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So you want to create different ad sets to target your different types of audience, so that you spread your money and you are basically scaling horizontally. I hope that's clear. All right. So I begin with entrepreneurship, and the next thing I want to add in the name is I want to add the gender that I'm going to be targeting. In this case, I'm targeting women, so I'm going to add F for female over there. Then I want to add their age group. Now you've got to understand your audience like the back of your hand, and then you can add in what age group you want to target. In this case, I'm going to target 30 to 65 plus. Sometimes I make it less, I never make it more than that, but it depends on the numbers that I'm targeting. Sometimes I target literally within a very, very short age group. So now I scroll down, there's nothing to do here. Facebook has already done the work, right? It knows that I'm going to send people to a specific website. So that's here already. I'm going to scroll down. I'm not going to use dynamic creative because that's advanced, and I might record a separate video for dynamic creative. If you want to see what that is, type in the words "show me dynamic creative" in the comments, and I might create a tutorial for that. But dynamic creative is really, really beautiful. I love it. It's helped me to really save money on Facebook ads and get even better results, because what dynamic creative does is that you get to feed in up to 10 different types of images or videos, different text in terms of copy, different headlines, etc. And what Facebook does is Facebook shows different combinations to different people, therefore showing you what is working well for you. Oh my goodness, my mind was blown the very first time I used dynamic creative, because all of the images and videos that I thought would have worked are the ones that failed. And the other ones that I didn't think would have worked are the ones that everybody was loving and clicking, and therefore it gave me leads for like crazy amount, like stupid money. I was able to generate leads at very, very small amounts of money because of dynamic creative. So if you want a tutorial on dynamic creative, type in the comments, show me dynamic creative, and I will create a tutorial just for you. All right, so now let's go down. offer, leave that as it is. The next thing we do want to do is the budget. It's the budget, right? So now remember, a traffic campaign is driving people to a specific link. So now it depends on what your budget is. If you're just starting out and you're just testing, then stay safe and maybe just leave it at £10 or $10. But as your business grows, you want to start putting big money in Facebook, of course, when you are getting results. So now I've put my budget in. The next thing I want to do is my start date. So I'm going to click over here and I'm going to put my start date for the very next day. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to change the time. Now, what I want to always make sure is that my time is set up at 1 minute past midnight. So I might do 0001 over here. Now, who can tell me in the comments why I'm putting my time at just 1 minute past midnight? Who can tell me in the comments? I'm going to give you a second to think about it, but I'm going to give you the answer, of course, right? So why am I doing that? The reason I'm doing that is because Facebook will spend your money over the course of 24 hours if you are doing a daily budget. So what this allows me to do is I'm saying to Facebook, well, if I have 24 hours, give me all of my 24 hours. Now, if you have a tiny budget, this probably won't have as much impact because your budget is tiny. But for those of us who run a lot of ads with big budget, we don't want Facebook to just to spend it in an hour. We want you to do your work and spread it over the course of 24 hours, because at different times of the days, my ideal clients might still be in bed when my ads are being shown, right? Because it's 24 hours. Right? So I'm asking Facebook to really be diligent with my money. So I want you to spend it over the course of my full 24 hours, because that is what I'm paying for, right? So that is why I set my ads to start at 1 minute past midnight. So now moving forward, I'm going to go down. Custom audiences are a little bit advanced, so I'm going to leave that for another tutorial if people want to see that. Now, locations, this is very important. Who can tell me in the comments what location I had said that I would send my ads to, that I would set my ads for? What location did I say? 3, 2, 1, what is it? The US. If you got that, brilliant, amazing. Let me know in the comment that you got that. All right, this is we're in class here. All right. So now automatically Facebook has set this to United Kingdom, and that is because my ad account is in the UK. So I want to click on edit here, and I'm going to change this. I'm going to click the X to remove, and then I'm going to type in United States over here, and I'm going to select where it says country region. Be careful when selecting this that it doesn't say city or neighborhood, right? You want the one that says country/region. So now I have selected that. I'm going to scroll down. Now age. Again, earlier I had set a specific age. Can you remember what that age is? If you remembered, let me know in the chat, in the comments area, that you remembered what age it is. But I'm going to set it right here. I'm going to click on edit, and I'm going to take this from 18 to 30 down here. Right, and I'm going to leave it at 65 plus. That's perfectly fine. Over here, gender. Now this is another one that I had said earlier, that I would set a specific gender. Do you remember what gender that was? Do you remember? So I'm going to click on edit over here, and I'm going to choose women, because that was what I had determined to set my ads to. So it's very, very important that you understand your ideal client, because it's going to give you the best success. Now, targeting. Earlier, again, I had told you guys what targeting I'm going to use. Now, who remembers what targeting it is? If you remember, drop in the word in the comments area. And of course, remember that for every 50th comment that I receive, you're going to be receiving an incredible free gift. So every time I'm asking you to comment, make sure you are dropping it in there. And I'm very serious about this giveaway. So if you got it, you got it. The answer, of course, was entrepreneurship. So I'm going to click over here to edit, and I'm going to type in entrepreneurship over here, and of course I haven't spelled it correctly. Oh, there it is. Okay, brilliant. Entrepreneurship as an interest. But before I even click that, can you see what Facebook is doing here? Facebook is giving me a ton of other options, right? So if I was ever stuck as to what type of target to use, I can start typing a specific word that I know is right for my ideal clients, and then I can just scroll down and pick the best one. So over here I have fashion entrepreneur, I have female entrepreneur association. How amazing is that? I also have various other options over here, but I'm going to go for the one that I said, which is entrepreneurship. Okay, so now that we have that, right, we can scroll all the way down. Now moving down to placements. Okay, automatically Facebook is going to put it on automatic placements. Facebook wants to put your ad here, there, and everywhere. On Instagram, on Facebook Explorer, Instagram Explore, on Facebook Stories, Instagram Stories, Facebook Marketplace, and all of these amazing places. But the truth of the matter is that unless you know that those specific platforms work for you, you want to start testing them at your own, you want to start testing them when you are ready. So what I recommend that you do is you change it from automatic placements to manual placements. When you change it for manual placements, the first thing you want to do is on devices over here. You want to click on edit and you want to hit the drop down and you want to change the devices. So Facebook is saying, I'm going to show your ads to both mobile and desktop. Now, put in the comments, when it comes to mobile and desktop, which do you believe is going to be the most effective, right? What are people using the most? Are they using mobile the most or desktop the most? 3, 2, 1, put it in the comments, okay? I'll tell you the answer. They're of course using mobile the most. So I'm going to click here and now I have mobile over here. So now I'm sending my ads only to mobile. Now, over here, I'm going to tell Facebook where I want my ads to be shown. Now, if you have a very small budget, you want to choose just one of these things. Can you look at all of these things, right? These are all the amazing places that Facebook wants to show your ads to. So Instagram, Messenger, Audience Network, and Facebook itself, of course, right? So you have the news feed, you have Instagram feed, Facebook Marketplace, you have Facebook video feeds, the right-hand column, Instagram Explore, you have stories, Instagram stories, Facebook stories, Messenger stories. Can you see how amazing running ads can be, right? Do you get it? Okay, Facebook in-stream videos, the search, right? In article, have you ever been on a website and you're reading a blog or you're reading an article and an ad pops up, right? That's what Facebook wants to do here. So now that's all well and good if you have a big budget. If you have a tiny budget, you want to show it to just one place because you have a small budget. So for the purpose of this, I want to keep only my Facebook feed. So I'm going to untick Instagram, untick Messenger, untick Audience Network, and come down here and I'm going to keep Facebook newsfeed. And so I'm going to untick everything else, okay? Down here, untick, untick, and I'm done, right? So now I'm done. I'm going to move forward here. So scroll down over here. Here where it says link clicks, leave it as it is, all right? Go down and I'm going to click next. Oh, and we are nearly there. We are nearly there. We have nearly set up our ad. We are now in the final stage of setting up our ads. This is where you can almost do the happy dance, okay? Do that happy dance when your ad is scheduled and running and making your money. We've just got one last thing to do. So now the final thing we want to do is step 3, which is your ad, right? So now you want to set up your ad. Now, when it comes to the first thing you want to do is name your ad. I personally name my ad according to what I'm wearing. So right now I'm wearing this blue dress. So I might, if I have a video or an image in this blue dress, I might name it blue dress, video, 40 seconds. If my video is, of course, 40 seconds long. So it doesn't really matter what you name your ad, as long as, because nobody's going to see it. People are not going to see that part, okay? This is just for you to stay organized, okay? So this is how I name mine. The next thing you want to do is scroll down to your Facebook page to make sure that you've selected the right Facebook page, or that Facebook has the right Facebook page there for you. Then here you get to create your ad, okay? So if you're starting your ad from afresh, you want to leave it as it is. Create your ad. The next thing you want to do is you want to choose your media. So over here, you can choose either an image or a video. So let me see what I have here. Okay, I've chosen video. Over here, let me see what I have on my desktop to show you. Let's try image actually. Okay, so there's nothing here. So I'm going to have to click upload over here. And it's going to show me my desktop over here. So for the purpose of this, I'm going to choose this headshot over here. And then it's going to upload. Now, of course, I wouldn't use this for an ad. And you can see over here that there is this sign over here, which means that it's not the right size. So before setting up your images, make sure that you have the right size. But I'm obviously not prepared to run this ad because this is just for a tutorial, okay? So I'm just going to run with this just for the sake of showing you what to do. So you can see that Facebook tells you what size it ought to be, right? So that's very, very simple. But I'm going to move on with this. I'm just going to click on next over here. And it's showing me this. I'm going to click on done over here. And now I can actually just about see my ad in this section here, right? I can see what it looks like. I'm obviously not going to run this ad, okay? So now I move over here, and what I want to do, what you want to do over here is insert your copy, your text, what you are going to use to run your ad, the text that people are going to read. Now, type in the comments, teach me copywriting, if you would like a tutorial on how to create your Facebook ads copy, okay? So type in the comments, teach me copywriting, if you would like a tutorial for how to create your Facebook ads copy and copy for other areas of your business. That is something that I would love to do a tutorial about, but you know, if you let me know that you want it, I will be happy to teach you. So type that in the comments. So let's imagine that you've added your copy here. I'm not going to go through it because that's not the purpose of this. Then you want to add your headline over here, right? So I might say get access to the seed method case study over here, right? So that is my headline over here. Description is optional. Sometimes I add it in, sometimes I don't. It doesn't matter. And then over here, you want to add the link. Now, you want to make sure that you follow the format here. So can you see where it says HTTP semicolon // You want to make sure that you have that. So I'm going to follow that with HTTP semicolon // Okay, there we are. So that should remove that red alert thing. So now here we are, we're almost there, right? Display link optional, I leave that. Call to action, let's talk about that very quickly. By default, it says learn more, and I tend to leave it as learn more, and it has worked really well. But if we hit the drop down, there are so many different options, right, that you could use. You could have a no button that works sometimes. You can have subscribe, watch more, send to WhatsApp, apply now, book now, contact us, download, get offer, get quote, and all different, get access. That's another one that I do like, actually. Sign up. I don't really like that. I think that it seems a little bit too salesy and a little bit too pushy, but I prefer learn more because it's like, it's saying find out more, discover more, learn more. So I find this the least path of resistance. So let's imagine we have done that. It's learn more. We go down, you make sure that everything is ticked, and this is green. You are now ready to hit publish. Yes, we've done it. Yes. So the only thing you have to do moving forward is hit publish. Now over here, I cannot publish because look, it says no payment method. Add a valid payment method to your ad account, because of course this is a ad account that I set up for the purpose of tutorial. Okay, but let's imagine I had all my payments set up and everything is working well. All I do in this instance is hit the green button. Hit the green button and hit publish, and then what happens moving on is that your ad goes into review. So Facebook and the algorithms, they check that they are happy with the words, that you're not swearing, there's no profanity, there's no nakedness or anything that is against their own terms and conditions in there. And the moment they are happy with, your ad will be up and running and scheduled. And oh, it is the most beautiful feeling. I cannot tell you how much my business has genuinely changed because of running Facebook ads. Like, I feel like I grew wings. Like this is true freedom. I cannot explain how much it is true freedom when Facebook is doing the work for you, because as a busy mom, I'm just busy with my children, I'm busy with my family, but yet my business still grows and leads are coming in and clients are being enrolled and all of these things are happening even though I am not the one constantly on social media, and that is the benefit of running Facebook ads. So I'm so excited. This was my very first tutorial over here on YouTube. So let me know in the comments, did you like this? Did you get a lot from it? Do you want more tutorials? Type in more tutorials in the comments if you want more tutorials, and be specific. Let me know, what do you want a tutorial about? And I would be more than happy to create one for you. I'm just a giver by heart. So let me know in the comments. And of course, back to the competition. For every 50 comments that we receive, if you are the 50th, we will be sending you my incredible Facebook Marketing Hacks Intensive that teaches you how to generate leads for free. I've just taught you in this tutorial how to generate leads using Facebook ads, which you have to pay for, but you also want to know how to do it for free. So that is what that teaches you. So you want to be the 50th, the 100th, the 150th, etc. So lots of comments, keep coming, and I will make sure that my team send that to you. I'm incredibly excited. Now, this tutorial is a part of a series for Facebook ads and lead generation. So make sure you check out this playlist that shows you everything else in this series. If you love this, show us you love it by giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. Thank you so much. Go ahead and subscribe right now. Don't forget to comment below and let me know what it is that you love so that I can make sure that I deliver again next time. I love doing this. I love you all and I cannot wait to see your massive success, all because you tuned in to support my channel. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.